Hunger, pain, harsh working conditions. This is all that waits us in this episode. Yeah, we have some problems. Right, hello, and welcome back to another problem-making simulator, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, whatever. Yeah, the little problem machine that is me. Well, not so little, but still problem-making machine. We started on our big railway production line, so that's something to bear in mind. This is the big project. I finished the railroad already. That's kind of surprising that they were fast. I made another parallel railroad here, and I'm thinking that it's not the last one. I started planning something, but I gave up on that. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, so we started on the railroad production area. The hunger was the main culprit here, even though happiness is still the same, and it says here that it's growing 0.07%. Yes, the hunger was the problem. Why I sped up this thing. So what was the problem? The Kupferlagen actually had food from here delivered. I don't know how the food got here in the first place, or was it ever there? No, it should have been, because we literally didn't have any other source of food for the city, and there was food in the shops. So what happened was that the shop ran out of food for some reason, and my distribution offices, let's see, I didn't change anything. Distribution office says that they can get food from cargo station, and I added the next cargo station as well. This is where I started stockpiling food and other stuff for distributing it around the nation with our rail distribution office. Well, this wasn't set to be receiving food from rail distribution office, which I did right now, and yeah, the problem was resolved relatively swiftly. They still have a goal to get, the assignment to get food from here, but unfortunately, I'm gonna talk about the downsides of our current food production stockpiling. I'm gonna have to talk about that. The food issue should be resolved now, but the big downside is, oh, by the way, we have tourists as well. We're gonna talk about that as well. But the downside is that it's a not bigger underlying issue, where how do you distribute food in vast quantities? Like, do you have I think this is going to be utmost importance for us, the food production, wherever it is. I don't think that our trucks can deliver enough food wherever it needs to be used, or where it needs to be loaded on the trains to be distributed. We can start doing this, but I have to have this in back of my mind, because if they can't get all the food and materials from here, the whole country can collapse. So we are creating the bottleneck here for our country's future. Okay, that brings me something that just crossed my mind. Why don't we have self-sufficiency in every city? Why don't I have a city that is producing its own food? At least in this map, the land is not that big of a deal. So maybe we should consider that. Bushes, trees, poplars. I'm thinking, like, why are these poplars so small? Is that small poplar? I think it is. Huh. Maybe it's a big poplar. Maybe I'm just... No, I'm reforesting some areas. I'm going to show you here, because I did this smoothing thing, and then I'm kind of trying to reforest it with a variety of trees. Pine. I think I have some beech. I have some... maybe even poplar, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to reforest this, because this smoothing out, finding the proper location, it's really, I'm gonna tell you, it's really hard to find a flat area around here. It even looks like, oh yeah, it's not flat, it's flat, it's not flat, it's flat. What is it? Until you actually start digging into it, you will see that it's not that simple, this area. It's really confusing to find flat areas to build stuff, even though this like when you look at it like this, it doesn't look flat. When you try to flatten it, it looks even less flat. When you try to smooth this area out, it looks even less flat than now. So it's really, really confusing, this terrain that we have around here. Well, this one is obviously not flat. So yeah, I'm having a problem finding a flat place, but we're gonna fat place, yes, flat place, but we'll talk about it later. It's not a big deal now. We have the train production ongoing here, so that's gonna be a thing. So yeah, food production. Obviously, this town here, Neukromhausen, is not capable of having its own food production because it's on a hillside. Maybe we can do some greenhouses or something like that, but maybe. But food production is something that I'm concerned regarding the distribution. We have train here coming for the freaking hell. Who brought stuff here? Oh, damn it. Somebody brought stuff here, and they decided to dispatch. So we have here, what is this? 10, 6, 8 times 6.5 tons. 6.5 tons. Here, and we have only one wagon here, and somebody decided to deliver hazardous waste here. I think we have distribution office or technical services that has the hazardous waste. This is not, this is claw machine. Let's see which one is it. Let's go and find it. Right, so food production for local community. I'm thinking about that now. In the meantime, I need to distribute this food, and I did assign, look at this bad boy here. Look at this, how it works perfectly fine. You see how many wagons it has? It has 2. I'm not complaining about the size of the wagons. Where do you come from? Oh, distribution office. Oh, okay, distribution office. They usually have an option to set up how many wagons do you have, like a minimal amount of wagons. Oh, look, it's there. Oh, it's fucking 3. What the hell is problem with this game? Why do they send 2? I understand, yes, but why do they send 2? Like, yes, let the people starve. You don't have a problem letting people starve in other places, in other times, but no, now it's a problem. Now, why? Why are you doing this? What's wrong with this game? Why is 3 Division doing this to us? Like, why is there 2? If I said specifically 3, why is there 2? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm again overreacting. Nothing new for me. But explain this to me. Why am I a dumbass here? I don't know if I'm gonna realize, but why am I a dumbass here? Why am I wrong? Why do I expect this distribution office to send 3 wagons and it's sending 2? Isn't this a bug? Isn't this something that should be looked into? And it's not the first time. I had this last time when I have this. Okay, it makes no sense. Here's a number. Here, I'm gonna be 3 Division now. Why don't you put a number so we can have the length of the trains that you actually want? Okay, number 3. Well, F you, Oolykee. We're gonna send 2 anyway. So what's the point of this? Well, is this cosmetic? Is this cosmetic thing? Like, why do you give us an option if it doesn't work? And it's not the first thing. No, I personally, I'm sorry. Oh, who knew I'm gonna go on a rant on this episode as well. So, my understanding of this game is, underlying, it had the best intentions. And then they saw, hey, look, we are making this game that has these options of making food and this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's kind of basic, but let's expand it a little bit more. Let's make nuclear a pretty wide production process. Let's not make the basic thing more complex. I mean, who wants to have orchards and vegetables? So let's just have everything under food. Nuclear. Nuclear is what's gonna sell. Let's go for nuclear. We don't need diversity of food or even meats, like poultry, pork, or beef. No, we don't need that. We need nuclear. We need aluminium processing, which is absolutely useless. Yeah, helicopter scope T. Hi. Shout out to Jägert. So, anyway, and let's do and make a complex game in the end. Okay, now, can you please try to make it complex in the beginning, like the food production? Oh yeah, it's now too complicated to actually change things in the beginning, so let's leave it like that. We're running out of money. Let's just freaking publish the game and get as much money as we can for this without fixing the basics of the game. I don't know, maybe we should do this. And I'm pretty sure I'm right here because... well, no, change my mind. I might not be right here. I might be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. More often than not, I'm wrong. Oh man, how does this... Okay, here's another one. this factory... Okay, let's go back to the waste setup. Let's go to the waste setup. Why does this factory... Okay, maybe it's not a good idea. Okay, why does... No, this is not a good idea. I think this is a good idea. Why is aluminum processing pushing the waste here, and then we have... so yeah, why is it pushing waste here? Like, why is this factory empty of the mixed waste? Why is this factory empty of mixed waste? Because it was transferred here, right? It was transferred from aluminum separation because all the hazardous waste that we used to import went to metals separation. I understand this. I understand that this factory pulls stuff out, that this factory doesn't push stuff out, and this factory doesn't push stuff out. It pushes after the internal storage is stored, and then we're like, okay, where are we going to store stuff now? Okay, let's push it out if there's a storage outside of this factory. Yes, I understand. This is how it works. I'll prove it to you. So we have the hazardous waste or waste treatment plant here with empty export. Okay, we have another one here that is full of export. What's the difference? What's the difference? We have this one here, storage. It should push it out. Okay, it does not push it. That means the other factory is pulling it, which is kind of makes sense that factories pull stuff. So that means that this one, the storage of this one, once it's being filled, is being pulled by this one. And then another proof that the scrap separation does not push the waste out unless it's overfilled. And then it pushes it out. And then we have the general separation, that pulls the waste in, but it does not push it out because it only pushes it out after the full factory is full of waste for export. Unless you connect the factories to each other without storage in between, all of them work as pulling the waste in, but not pushing it out. They only push it after the internal storage is done. Not aluminium plant. Aluminium separation does not work like that. It works differently. Aluminium separation does both pulling, well, yes, of course, like any other factory, but also pushes the waste out because this aluminium separation is empty. Why is it empty? Because storage does not pull stuff. It does not pull stuff. It just exists. Storages should only exist, and they do, as far as my understanding is. But this factory then would be pulling this out, and then we come to this, which is, I don't even know what the hell this is, because this is a general separation that has some waste in there, and it has some pushed in here. Why is this growing? Because you're separating, right? Yeah. Yeah. So for some reason, same factories work differently. This factory here, for some reason, is not being full. Well, that's a general separation, and then we have a general separation here that is full of waste. I have no idea why. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. By the way, this storage was never empty. I already checked. We can test this by turning on the heating in the city. Will we do this? Maybe, if I get notification. This tram system works so good that when I turn on the heating over here, it fills up heating. The workers are delivered here within like seconds. Like, yeah, seconds. Because there's such a dense network of trams and they're quite fast. That I absolutely love the tram system in this game. Like how trams operate, I love it. Well, because I understand it. Look, 51 workers not having jobs. That's fine. So what I'm gonna try to do here, prove myself right or wrong by burning all this waste. So the only factory that is actually working. What the hell? This is... Oh, wow. Yeah, I ended up with some metal scrap and construction waste here, but it doesn't matter. Are you bringing metal scrap and construction? No, just burnable waste. So I'm going to try to empty this storage. I'm going to try to empty this storage and see if this storage is going to be emptied. But it looks like aluminium factory, aluminium processing plant, whatever we call it, it's really not working the same as others. You see, it's not filling its internal waste storage. It's straight away pushing it further on. And you have biological waste. Why do you have biological waste? Let's pause for a cause. Biological waste. Who delivered biological waste here? Is there a truck on the way here? Yes, there's several of them. You're delivering metal scrap here that needs to be processed. All right, biological waste came from here because this cannot separate anything else, but I'm kind of assuming that that's here. Let me just investigate this real quickly. So yeah, the game is just broken, has no logic to it. It's really hard to understand how it works. Tutorials are non-existent. The only tutorials that are actually viable was made by YouTubers, me being the last one of them that you should watch. But yeah, iron processing plant, iron processing plant, the iron processing plant. Yellow, all this biological waste that is ending up here is iron processing plant because this effing game is broken. It does not work. I have a waste separation in walking distance to my iron mine. Iron mine doesn't want to recycle. They're like, I don't know, worst of the worst. There's something. I don't even know. Sorry, not iron mine. I apologize. It's iron processing plant. So iron processing plant does not cooperate. They are the rebels and they should be shot for treason. There's no way in hell you can separate waste for, well, in my setup here, by the way, this is vanilla building, this is not some modded thing that Oolykee respects more than, well, equally as developers, let's go with that. So this is vanilla building that you cannot recycle in. Do you guys have a problem with recycling in vanilla building? I don't know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let's see if we make it even closer. It's even closer. Are you feeling anything? Anyway, the game is broken. That's what I wanted to say. I mean, it's not operating. It's probably storages are full. So we're gonna see in time if making it even closer for them to walk to the recycling, if it's gonna make them recycle. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just broken. It's just the game. It's just how it is. So yeah, I am really looking forward to prove Olgala right and to make. Myself or to prove Olgala right in saying that this one factory can process all the hazardous waste we can use. We can process. This is actually easily. I mean, this is easily doable. Let's do it like this. Let me show you what I can do here. There is no hazardous waste that is being delivered in this storage, so we can literally shut this storage off. Can you shut? No. Yeah, and this is another problem with this building. You cannot shut things off. Like the buildings, if you need to, like, you can remove the workers, but they're still using. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Like residential buildings that no. What am I talking about? Yeah, residential buildings and heating of residential buildings. Once you build it, it just draws heat constantly. Okay, I'm lost here. I'm not gonna dig my own grave any deeper. So what I'm gonna do here is set this in the opposite direction. I will tell these guys not to work. So what I'm doing here is literally shutting half of this system off. You have some metal scrap here? They're producing waste. Are you producing waste? Man, not really, at the moment at least. Yeah, this is a problem. I didn't build any waste collection areas here, and I think I need to for waste separation of these factories, which I think I'm gonna build right now over here. But we're gonna talk about this in this episode. So shut this one off, this one here, missing resources, mixed waste, shut this one off as well, just go all the way down. And that's it. So only south side of this factory works. All the hazardous waste is being delivered here, which they are processing. You can see the level at which they are working, and yeah, rest of it is done. Wow, that's a lot of. That's nice. I like to see it work. And then these guys are not separating. And yeah, aluminum, I don't know, like also imports. In the last series I did with imports of hazardous waste and then processing it, I got aluminum. I got way more stuff now. It's just burnable waste. Not burnable waste, it's literally like biological waste which you cannot separate, and the fertilizer I'm getting in there which you cannot separate. So it's just a lot of really bad waste that leaves a lot of ash. As you can see here, fertilizer is over 5%, biological waste is over 0, burnable waste and other waste. Everything else is quite well separated, but we got very little aluminium. Well, no aluminium, and very. I think we can. You can see it here. There's no aluminium stored at all, so we never got imported aluminium. Okay, I'm not gonna complain about that. That it is what it is. That it is what it is. Okay, continuing on, hotels, right? Let me show you the hotels, how they work. We have a small hotel here. This is the Villa Kupres. Kupres is the hill, the mountain in the Balkans. So, and this is named after the mountain. I'm pretty sure that is located there. I might be wrong though, but you know, check it out if you want to see it. They're quite small, and I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have. Well, two of them are small. We have Villa Kupres here, which is role playing that we're gonna have the foreign businessmen from other Soviet republics at the moment, but we're gonna have them from elsewhere as well, are coming to do the business plans, business deals with all the imports and exports that we do around here. So wow, 80? Seriously? That's a lot. But yeah, this is I lowered the prices for them as well. Actually, I think I'm gonna lower it even further because I'm not really interested in earning a lot of money on this. It's just like we are promoting, we are just making false advertisements of our little country. People are not complaining about anything, so I'm just gonna lower the prices. This is the second hotel. They're both small-ish. Obviously, this one is bigger than I expected. I thought it was also really small. The last one is like a medium size. I think I like this. I like that we have like people on the streets of our town are the tourists as well. Well, businessmen and their families that are visiting our lovely country. Whoa, that skyrocketed. I only have one bus. I think this is gonna be the one where I'm gonna get the other foreign actors here. I want them from this border crossing, NATO. I think this is the closest one. I want to have another bus, but I would like to upgrade some of the infrastructure. Just let me see if this is... Okay, so we don't have to have this. I'm gonna be upgrading some of the roads, asphalt roads here. They can go through gravel, and then the next stop is border crossing. So these two things are gonna be we're gonna have a mixture of NATO businessmen, because I'm planning to start exporting to them as well. We'll see what. We're building a car factory here, a vehicle factory, where we're gonna be buying blueprints even from the West. I think maybe harvesters first, but we'll see about that. And then exporting them to Soviet countries. But also we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna be exporting to the NATO countries eventually. Are you assigned with the dumper trucks and whatnot? Roads, yes. Dumper trucks, no. Let's assign dumper trucks here. Yeah, and I still didn't implement a plan. How am I supposed to distribute the gravel from here? And I really want to do it. I started doing it in our Neuchromhausen, and I failed. Let's talk about this now. Let me see the news, the traffic jam. Oh. Aren't we supposed to do something about this? Right, here we go. Is it fuel distribution? Fuel distribution. It's only 20. This is for gas stations. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. You're gonna go here. This is fuel distro. Bitumen. Fuel distribution and bitumen, and could be written there, but it's not. So let's resolve this, so we have distribution office taking care of this and not having these issues anymore. My suggestion for you, when you get a news about something and you don't like the news, resolve it. Resolve it. Like these guys not having employment, yes, we need to employ people. So in this case, I need to build this railroad here, so let's try to do this. You come here and build it. So come here and build it, and as soon as it's done, I'm kind of hoping that... right. I wanted to say I'm hoping that I can get a bigger construction machine here, but no, it's not possible. I will get a smaller one, I think, from the other side of the country, and then I'm gonna try to plan to connect this to this railroad network. So something like this, railroad coming from here, and then parallel no, not parallel, going through this valley, and then next to this road, close to Zinkersheim. Zinkersheim. Sheim, not Scheim. Zinkersheim. Going next to Zinkersheim, right over here, and then going towards the border crossing. I will not make any train stations or anything at the moment. Just one railroad, one line, just so we have access to bigger rail construction vehicles. And then I'm gonna build a second one with a big parking here, and this is gonna become our new major import-export hub, because it has 3 rail connectors here, 3 rail bays, and that's gonna speed up import of hazardous waste and other stuff like that, we can have then dedicated lines delivering hazardous waste for processing that we have at the moment, and yada yada yada, all this good stuff. Yeah, that's good thing. I'm gonna ask this on Discord, probably you already did, to Old Gala. I'm gonna ask him how what is the math behind the waste processing, what is the best way he thinks it works. Like, some numbers are kind of straightforward and clear, like scrap separation does 30 tons of waste here, which I think then it goes into aluminum separation. This is like ultimate setup, like where we have scraps waste treatment plant, which I have no idea what these numbers mean. We already discussed this. These are just jibber jabber, these numbers, because you have 7.5 at the same time when you have 3 tons, which I think they should be the same, but it's not. I don't understand it. And then from here it's a little bit easier. So we have the scrap separation that processes 10 tons of waste by removing 98% of the metal scrap. The rest of it is being sent further away. Further away should be the aluminum separation, but you can see that they do 20 tons. That means 2 of these go into 3 aluminiums, but you can't really connect them like that unless you have conveyor belts. So the best thing for a single line, like half of this, would be this one working on 60%, this one working on 100%, and then this one working on 40%, and then it will be like smooth sailing, and then everything else usually is easily kind of separated and whatnot. So one of each factories, you just set them up on different amount of people working in them. 60%, 100%, 40%. Is it 60? Yeah, 66%, 65%. So yeah, this is the best setup I know now. But when you scale this up, I don't know how this fits in the picture and how much this is. I think I'm gonna have to deliver way more hazardous waste here to actually make sense of it. Right, do we have any vehicles coming here? I don't see. Yeah, 27 minutes. Yeah, we have time. So let's do a little bit of troubleshooting. Personally, I think this is one of the greatest skills that people can have in their lives, more so than education, which is important, but the way of finding the fault in a system. So, for example, I got delivered here hazardous waste, and I need to find out who delivered hazardous waste here. Okay, who can deliver hazardous waste? We have distribution offices, which should be shown here as distribution offices assigned to this building, which we have 0, and then we have technical services. Technical services would not show here. So if I go to technical services and I start investigating each one of them, 3 kilometers, that's fine. We can go here and see where the hazardous waste is being stored. No, this is claw containers. This is not it. Continuing on, we have the one here, technical services. Since it was 1 delivered, I have a feeling that it might be somewhere here. That is new ones. Oh, here we go. Found it. So this is the one. So hazardous waste here needs to be delivered here. So this is one. I will go and investigate others. We have another technical services right here, but this is only for snow plows. Just to double check, indeed. So this is fine, and then I'm gonna go and just quickly run through these. This is a snow plows as well, and then we have these ones here. This is Brapova garbage. Oh no, that's not hazardous waste. Claw machine. When it says with the claw machine, that's perfect. That's fine. We have one over here, but these are just snow plows. Okay, that's fine. We have the technical services right here, 2 of them. These are empty and these are normal ones. Let me just see. Hazardous. Whoa, that's a bad one. Hazardous waste not assigned. Let's do this. Let me see how many of them are gonna be on their merry way now, because they didn't have hazardous waste assigned. Actually, they did have hazardous waste assigned. Their hazardous waste was assigned to the other one that I destroyed, so there was nothing to take away. But looks like nobody is moving, so I'm assuming that we didn't accumulate hazardous waste enough. Or this guy was dealing with this, and then this guy is delivering hazardous waste here. So this one was doing looks like the job for taking care of the city here. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. Looks like it should work now. I will still leave this as it is because I don't know what I want to do with this. Old Gala said that, and I agree. Like Old Gala said that this claw machine is the fastest way of loading and unloading waste, which proved me like border crossing. These are slow. This is way faster. It's still slow, but it's faster than anything else. But you know, they're doing it by claw machine. It's not really loading containers and whatnot. So yeah, it's a different animal. Oh, we have a. Oh no, that's commas. Oh, we have a train coming as well. Perfect. I mean, it's on the way, but it's gonna take a while. Still. It's working. Hazardous waste is being transported from here all the way to the treatment plants. Absolutely glorious. Thank you all for helping. Right, so I think I troubleshoot this enough, and we found out where the fault lies. It's a new city. It had a load of hazardous waste, and I'm so happy that the train was already assigned to empty it, because I didn't want to deal with this, you know, get a truck or something and then load it here, unload it here, but it was taken care of by automation, which hopefully is not going to be the case anymore in the future. So yeah, I'm still not sure that if this is provided with electricity, is it going to be slower than this or not, and by how much. But I just wanted to test to be sure about this. I have no problem doing these claw machines. I think they're absolutely glorious, and thank you, Olgala, for suggesting them. And I'm going to be using these for transferring the waste. We have metal scrap. I think I need to start loading this. The problem is, do I have everything taken care of? I think I do. I need to go through my distribution offices, all of them, and then select the metal waste, recycled metal waste, to be deposited here. And then my distribution office, train distribution office, needs to have the this. I'm gonna pause as destination for metal scrap. Connection with conveyor engine oil pump are not supported with unloading. This is gonna work. This should work. Previously it worked. It's unsupported because of the it's not connected to a storage of metal waste. It's connected to the metal scrap, but it needs to be, even if it was connected to metal scrap storage, it would be showing the same thing. Why? Because the system of the game doesn't recognize what's on the other side of the conveyor belts. It's too complex for 3 Division to make this understand that there is an end station that accepts metal scrap. So this is why the distribution office gives you this exclamation point, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Off screen, I will test this now, just after I'm done recording this. I will test this. I'm gonna start moving all the scrap that we have. So scrap distribution. We have here, this is from disassembling of the vehicles. You can see here that we have our scrap here, the smelter or whatever. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna go all the way up. I'm gonna pause this as well and assign this. Oh, this building is already assigned. Perfect. So that means we have here the hazardous waste. We just stick the metal scrap. So all the metal scrap that is being used from the vehicles being scrapped, it's gonna be delivered here. The only problem I have with this is, what about the conveyor belt here? Is metal scrap being separated here, or is it going into the into this one here. Looks like it's going into this machine. So yeah, I think it should go here. I might test this. How do I turn this off? Let's go and turn this off. Yeah, let's do it like this. I'm gonna test this out because they have internal storage for scrap as well. I'll see if they're gonna start loading scrap into this garbage containers, because that will be way better for us. This is where we get the most of the scrap. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, I have description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.